outside, the number 1, Dynasty Bathroom, Balkan Plumbing and Heating. Number 1 is George Balkan. Inside, row number 2, it's the 29, a rookie. Well, no, it's not. It is the 29, but it's no rookie, Derek Pollock. Outside of Derek, the number 18 is Dustin Enns.
This video production is sponsored in part by RD Sales and Service. We service what others sell. For all mechanical repairs, trust our professionals. RD Sales and Service is a proud sponsor of the number 17 Super Truck and Sprint Car.
Inside row 4, Tavia Dorge in the R&D Sales number 17. To her outside, it's the 67, Mark Zondag. Row 5 inside is the 73, Mr. Polico. That's Rennie Polico. And on the scratch spot, Marcel Picton, the number 15. Just about, anyway. While we're
wow, we get along all year and now this, huh?
Yeah, it comes down to that.
It comes all down to that.
Comes down to the $2.
Yeah, you have a good winner. All right.
So, nice to see you turn up again, though. So the official pace track of Red River Co-op Speedway is the Dodge Quad Cab with the Hemi Power Plant, and that is sponsored to us by Winnipeg Dodge, the Prairie Zone's number 1 Dodge dealer at the Point West Auto Park. Well, Glenn Manning and the Neil and Nick's. Why do I keep calling it Nick and Nate? I don't know. I thought maybe a delicatessen like that one day. Not that I got food on my mind or anything, but Neil and Nick's Yard Care, sponsors on the number 5. His teammate George Balkan on the outside of him. The Dynasty Bathrooms, Balkan and Sons Plumbing and Heating, number 1. Keep an eye on row 3 inside. The white and blue number 2 from Dynasty Bathrooms has won all but 2 features here this year, and you know that he wants to win this one as well. He'll win this points championship hands down in the truck division. Green flag, we're racing now. Whoa. George Balkan, the early leader, but oh boy, look at this, the 29. That's Derek Pollock. He's got, look at this, 3 wide, 4 wide, coming off of turn 4. What a race. Wow. Ooh, we got a bathroom sandwich there for a second. Number 2 with a heck of a drive off the corner. George Balkan, what a great race. Look at that race for 3rd place. 3rd place on back. Holy mackerel, Andy. Tavia Dorge goes at it. The pink 17 blows by the 2 of Jamie Vernaus. George Balkan out front and looking sharp. In the Dynasty Bathrooms number 1, it is for sale. Dustin Enns bobbles it and gets the 18 truck off the top of turn number 2. George Balkan doing a great job in the Balkan & Sons Lennox Heating and Cooling number 1. The number 2, Jamie Vernaus, is at 4th spot. He's coming off the corners real strong, but he's got two teammates and a buddy ahead of him. Uh-oh, Danik Picton in the 22 truck stopped up on the top of turn number 2. Oh, that yellow flag, George Balkin did not need that one. So the guy driving that black 29 at second spot, he's the guy that owns the rental race cars here. That's Derek Pollock. The leader is George Balkin in the Dynasty Bathrooms number 1. Andrew, you need to report to the washrooms. Andrew, your Uncle Derek is in need of your assistance. Andrew, get on down to the washrooms and see your Uncle Derek. And I think, I wouldn't know if it's urgent, but that's the 3rd time I've been told, so at the risk of being a little too subtle, hurry up! Well, George Balkin had the field covered in that one truck. Now, I'm just talking with Darren here while the race goes on. I said, you know, it doesn't look like Jamie Vernaus has got what it takes tonight. You know, although if he gets the yellow, that's going to be a big help. Well, there's the yellow. Lots of time as well. 9 laps to go. Dustin N slipped off at turn 2. You don't see that too often. Tavia Dorge looking good in the 17 truck. Mind you, you know, Tavia looks good even standing beside that truck now that I think about it. All right, we are ready to go. George Balkin in the Dynasty Bathrooms, Balkin & Sons Plumbing and Heating. Number 1, we'll bring him to the green. Oh boy, this is going to be a dandy finish. 9 laps to go. Balkin brings him to the start. Here we go. Tavia Dorge to the bottom of the racetrack. She gets inside on the 29, and she's looking to move herself into 3rd spot and does a nice job of it as the 29 heads for the high side and hangs on to the number 3 position for now. 29 truck is for sale as well. The number 1 is for sale. The 29 is for sale. Glenn Manning just got a little help there from Derek Pollock. Gives him another little shove heading into turn 3. Whoa, look at Tavia Dorge and Jamie Vernaus. Oh, boy. Oh, Tavia was leaning on that 2 truck pretty hard, but he made it by. Dustin Enns moves to 5th spot, and the race from 2nd back is the best. It is fantastic. Glenn Manning is 2nd. 3rd to 29 of Derek Pollock, but here comes his team or his partner in the number 1 truck. I think it's kind of a syndicate type thing. I think George Balkin, Derek Pollock, and Jamie Vernaus own that number 1 that's up front. George Balkin has him covered tonight, Darren. He's got half a straightaway on 2nd place.
No doubt about that. Doing a great job. He's one of the other drivers that has won a feature. Tavia Dorge has 1. Balkin has 1. So this might be 2 for Balkin.
Well, with 4 to go, the race for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Actually, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. It's a great race right now. Derek Pollock in the 29 looking to try the outside of the black and red 5 of Glenn Manning, but runs out of real estate as they come off at turn number 4. Jamie Vernaus in the number 2 working the bottom of the racetrack, and he goes up to 3rd, and he's now got 2nd spot in the number 2. Danik Picton spins around in turn 2, but keeps it moving. 1.5 laps to go for George Balkin in the Dynasty Bathrooms number 1. He's got 2/3 of a straightaway on his teammate Jamie Vernaus. Jamie's closing, but he is running out of time. White flag is shown to your leader, George Balkin, in the Balkin & Sons number 1 for sale. is for sale as well. Great class, this truck class, providing some of the greatest racing entertainment. And George Balkin, the only guy to beat Jamie Vernouse this year, and he's done it twice. Davey Adorj has done it, and George Balkin. George Balkin victorious. Second spot goes to his teammate Jamie Vernouse. Third goes to the 29 of Derek Pollock. Fourth to the 5 of Glenn Manning. And rounding out the top 5, the 18 of Dustin Enns and the Enns brothers, number 18. Modifieds up next. We'll get the top 5 across the scale. That was an awful good truck race, boy. And a couple of those trucks for sale, including the winner. George Balkin's number 1 is for sale. If you're looking to get into the super truck racing business, you want to talk to George Balkin, or the number 29. That's not sure who owns that truck, but the 29 driven tonight by Derek Pollock. That truck for sale as well. It's a good time of year to be shopping for a race car or a race truck. The drivers use them all summer and want to run the whole season with them and then sell them at the end of the year. So it's a great time to be in a buying position. A lot of the guys have plans for next year that include different classes and whatnot, so it is a good time to make your selection and go talk to the driver, whoever's truck you might like or car you might like. We'll get George Balkin down front here in the Balkin & Sons Plumbing and Heating Lennox Future Tint and Stripe Dynasty Bathrooms, number 1. The only guy to beat Jamie Vernouse twice this year is George Balkin, his teammate. And Darren, going to turn things over to you right now as George climbs out of that number 1.
Well, thanks very much, Pat Mooney. Well, as you said, of course, Davey Adorj with a feature win in 2013. George Balkin with 2 feature wins in 2013 in the truck division. And there he is, George Balkin. The Balkin & Sons Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, Lennox, Dynasty Bathrooms, CJOB 68, Pellers Ventilation, number 1. Well, it was tough to get 1 in 2013 against your teammate, and now, George, you've got 2 against him.
Yeah, no, I should have had 3. I think I gave one away last night when the water pump broke off, and was pretty discouraged. Jamie came by, helped me today. We got the truck ready, and I love this kind of track. You know that. This is what I look forward to every time we come out here.
Anybody you'd like to thank at the end of the year here?
Well, obviously Jamie, because it's his truck. Ken from Dynasty, Balkin & Sons property deal today. You know, all you fans for coming out the last 2 days too, because it's frickin' cold out there. Thanks a lot for all you guys. And you guys, if you aren't here, we aren't here. So thanks very much.
How about it, George Balkin? Great win tonight in the super truck division.
Thank you, Darren. Congratulations to George Balkin and his hard-working crew. Now we go to the modifieds, and starting on the pole, your